country. So, but I want to connect one dot. I want to connect this to the Charter of Human Rights and Freedoms in Canada. We're about to celebrate our 30th anniversary of the Charter of Human Rights and Freedoms in April this year. You know, our charter, when the Liberals were bringing it in, it was seen to be something radical. Now it's mainstream. We count on it. It's part of who we are as Canadians. It's part of why we're proud to be Canadians. It's part of why it's legal and it's celebrated to marry someone of the same sex. That's all part of the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. But one of the biggest freedoms that we have in Canada is the right to vote. That's right. And that's your right. It's the one thing that sets Canadian citizens apart from people who are not Canadian citizens. The one thing is the right to vote for your government. And I just want to reflect on where I'm standing and where we're standing right now. We're in front of the cenotaph. What was the First World War about? It was about peace, democracy, freedom, and the right to vote. And on the side of the cenotaph it says, is it nothing to you? Is the right to vote, is your right, is it nothing to you? And I say that not to you here, I say that to Canadians that haven't been paying attention yet. Is that right? To cast a ballot for your government, is it nothing to you? No. Well, and it means something to all of us, and that's the dot that we have to keep remembering on this. We have got to get to the bottom of this, because it is about our right to vote, and it is not nothing to Canadians. Canadians died for this. Canadians care about this, our right to vote. And I just want to point out, in the last election, we have a Prime Minister who has openly said he wants to destroy the Liberal Party of Canada. Shame. 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 So this is a Prime Minister who has not hidden his agenda. And we have over 31,000 complaints now about the right to vote being interfered with. How many votes is the difference between a majority Conservative government and a minority government? It's about 8,000 votes in 12 to 14 ridings. That's it. 8,000 votes. What happens in a majority, and I see this every day in Ottawa, is the government can push through their agenda, their crime agenda with Bill C-10. They can push through their agenda with internet surveillance. They can push through their agenda making you a criminal if you download music. These are things that in a majority government they can do without any barrier. In a minority government, they needed to seek the opposition party members' input. Not that they did it that often. They needed to accept amendments to their bills. Not that they did that often. But in a majority government, they never need to do it. So 8,000 votes is the difference between a minority and a majority that can pass Bill C-10 without a single amendment at committee. Not a single amendment. So that dot is about the right to vote, and that right to vote is what gives us in Canada the future of the country that we love. What kind of Canada do we want? Do we want the kind of Canada where the right to vote can be interfered with impunity? No! So it will, I'll close by mentioning in the summer I was in New York City, and I went to the Occupy site in the park, I forget the name of. And I joined in one of the marches where people were marching in support of Occupy New York. And the chant there was, "Power to the people," because you can't stop the people because the people won't stop. And that's what this is all about. It's power to the people. You can't stop the people because the people won't stop. So go for it. Thank you very much.